Namaste, I'm Ashok Vyas. Welcome to this special edition of This Week with Padma Shri recipient Dr. Sudhir Parikh. Dr. Sahab, namaste. Welcome.
Namaskar everyone.
So while June month is always special due to this International Day of Yoga month and several other events happening, but this year in the month of June we are also expecting a high-level meeting between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and US President, and this is his state official visit. He'll be addressing both houses here. How do you feel and what do you expect from this visit?
Well, I think it's a great historical visit. It will be very rewarding, very productive, very fruitful visit between two democracy. One is the largest, one is the oldest, and I'm hoping to get a lot of things out of positive thing out of this meeting for US-India relation, because US-India relation is very critical for the peace of the world, for prosperity of the world, and for the future of the world.
Talking about future of the world, staying with the relationship between India and America in the context of the role that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is playing on the global scale, do you feel he has a lot on his plate? He is also the star campaigner for BJP at almost all the elections, and then so many issues. So, do you think he will be someone who will have enough energy to take care of all the addition of responsibilities?
Yes. The leader like him has no shortage of energy, and they know how to reshuffle their priorities. Of course, they have a lot of help, but still, they know exactly where they are and what they can do, and always they deliver everything best. So I have no doubt that he has all the energy, all the zeal, all the kind of drive to do best for US-India relation.
There was a report about some secret meeting with some White House officials with Congress leader Rahul Gandhi. Fast forward, the offer or suggestion from America to India for becoming a part of NATO, which India has declined. Do you see a correlation between Rahul's visit and this offer? And independently also, how do you analyze this particular development?
Well, I think a proposal to be part of the NATO is always in Western world's interest, because India is a largest democracy with the population of 1.4 billion people, and currently USA is only worried about China for in competition, economically speaking or militarily speaking, or So if India joins NATO, then America has, or Western, not only USA but NATO has a great platform next to the China. Geographically speaking, and that's a big advantage to NATO country for any conflict or any engagement happens, military engagement. NATO has always advantage there. So I think NATO wants India to be part of it, but I don't think India will agree, because India has lot of at stake with Russia and China even. So they will not agree probably.
Yeah, they didn't agree, that is correct.
Right.
So I think it was not in the interest of India to accept this.
Right.
And India has again shown that it is going to stand by what is right for it. Keeping that in mind, the visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and several discussions happening here, including between CEOs, and if we hypothetically look at the evolving scenario with respect to the role that artificial intelligence is likely to play in the world, do you see India is proactive in ensuring that it helps and doesn't hurt India, the arrival of artificial intelligence? And in this context, I would also quickly mention that America is also proactively working with all these companies.
Yeah, because whether we like it or not, artificial intelligence is already here. and all the major company and all the major technical companies as well as otherwise, they all are using right now artificial intelligence in some way or some fashion. So there is nothing new. Everybody is using it, including the manufacturing of the cars or planes or manufacture of the iPhone or manufacturing of the even all this writing of journalism and all those things. Everywhere there is artificial intelligence. So, but I think it's in the initial stage in a way and needs some regulations because it should not go out of hand and people can misuse the whole idea of artificial intelligence.
Let's talk about the new building of Indian Parliament and the first address of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and also the reference of the map of Akhand Bharat in the this building, to which Pakistan, Bangladesh and Nepal have raised their concerns. Your take on this particular episode?
I mean, it's a great thing to happen to show the Bharat map extending all the way to Afghanistan on one side, on western side, and all the way to Bangladesh on the eastern side, and all the way to Tibet on the northern side. But it's unlikely to happen. So it's more like a dream, our kind of wishful dream of India, because now it's impossible to invade and take over any country, so, because they are all sovereign countries.
Right, right.
And and everyone is living with the rules of law, in a sense, understanding in the world. And so that's why right now, if you see why everyone is against Russia, because Russia has invaded Ukraine without any reason. So we cannot go ahead and take over Nepal or Japan, Pakistan or Bangladesh, which is not possible.
Yeah. So Government of India says that is not the intent. And the way you have looked at it, they said this Akhand Bharat represents the cultural map of India, or
no,
that is okay.
That is okay. So we should enjoy that thing. There is a cultural map of the India because Hindu culture was kind of extending from Afghanistan to all the way to Bangladesh, and that's fine, and it should be there. But if some part of our population if thinks beyond that, then I think they can think beyond that. There is no harm in thinking and wishing, but is not reality.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of repeating what you are saying is exactly what Government of India is saying. But then this created certain confusion among these neighboring countries. So what might have been the thought process behind putting it there? We don't know, exactly speaking.
Yeah, I mean there is a confusion, but I don't think that confusion, they are afraid of anything. Okay. Because they themselves is nuclear power, right? So when both the country has nuclear power, it means it's a deterrent. It means nobody will going to hit each other, because once you hit one person, they will hit other party, and that's a recipe for destruction. So it's not going to happen. I mean.
So we come back to America now, and now we talk about the former President Donald J. Trump, and out of 37 federal charges, they're saying that this is for the first time that any former president is being charged with federal crime. How do you see the fallout of this in terms of the potential candidacy of President Trump as well as the strength of Republican Party to come back?
I think we don't know details or facts about what's an indictment. I mean, we know only superficial headlines. So it's very difficult to judge. But there is, just now, few hours ago, I was listening to radio, and they were on Bloomberg. They were discussing the same topic, and one side was saying that if you indict Trump, why not Biden? Because Biden also
absolutely.
Biden also took the secret documents to his garage in the home where there is no security, or in his office there is no security. And then Vice President Pence also did the same thing. So we don't know. Even they say Obama did the same thing. So if nobody is above the law, then none of the presidents should be above the law. So why only Trump? So then it gives actually Trump advantage, because that gives him a political spin. I mean, he can able to spin politically, saying that because I'm the Republican, that's why these Democrats are ganging up on me. And that can work for him. And that's why his popularity is going up now. His popularity is almost 70% in the primary Republican voter. So he will get the nomination. And whether he will win or not, that's a different story. But he will get the nomination and see what happens.
Absolutely. So very interesting analysis. And as we conclude, I would request you to share your experience briefly of participating in a wonderful convention of Gujarati physicians at Atlantic City. What was the take-home impression from that convention?
Well, this is a Gujarati convention. This is, for me, is very personal. It's our alma mater, and all our friends, 5-10 years senior or 5-10 years old, younger, they all were there, and so it was a great gathering. We had such a common experience to share, experience to talk about, and there was nice food, well organized, and as someone says that they did not ask too many politicians to come there, and therefore it remains like a real social gathering, and people really enjoyed it. And there is a great CME, continuing medical education program were there. And I think it's not that we are parochial people, but this is a way to bond with each other. And we are part of the API, and we are going to be in API convention next month. So some people may think that by doing this you are damaging the API, but that's not true, because everyone has a right to meet in different setting. And so I think it went very, very well, and we invited all our API executive officers, our friends there. We acknowledged them, we respected them, we honor them, and I think it's a win-win situation. It's a great experience.
Wonderful. So on that positive note, time to say goodbye from today's show and your concluding remarks for our viewers.
Dear friends, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi is arriving in the USA on June 20th. He will be here on the state visit, official state visit invited by President of the USA in White House. This visit is very, very important because it's meant for improving and enhancing US-India relation and getting into the agreement between USA and India about defense treaty, defense equipments manufacturing, other economic issue, and opening up the Indian market more for American goods. I think that they will try to accomplish, and I wish both Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President Biden all the success, good luck, and make US-India relation at its bring it to the next level and make the world much better, more prosperous, and more peaceful. Thank you. So after saying that, I would like to say God bless America, God bless India, God bless Indian American, and I love you all. Thank you. See you next time. Till then, goodbye.